Hi everyone, this is Mark. Thank you for taking a moment to once again join in on this video. I had been doing YouTube Live, but for whatever reason, I run into technical issues. It won't download right away. The last one I did, it cut out, wasn't available. Then it was available. Then the ending was all blurbed. So I thought, you know what? This video really isn't about anything in particular. It's more just to chat a little bit with you, talk about some recent acquisitions that I got. So I do thank you all for tuning in. So we'll just wing it. So I did finally complete the FTD sessions. Can't talk today. Sessions set. I got this last week. As many of you know, this is, to me, I think in Elvis's entire career, Elvis sounded his best on this record. And I think that's for two reasons. One, it was no secret that gospel was Elvis's absolute favorite genre of music to sing. Many times, and it's recorded on video, you would see him just doing a side thing with J.D. Sumner and the Stamps and Jerry Schilling, and they would just break out into some gospel songs. Elvis loved gospel. He was raised on it. And I think because it was his first full-length gospel album, referring to His Hand in Mine, his voice is phenomenal. And just like you always hear that saying, when you love what you do, you're going to give it your best. This was Elvis's comfort zone. This is where he was at peace. This is what he loved the most. And vocally, 1960, he was not long released from the Army. Of course, he did Elvis's Back. He recorded that in March of 1960. And the sessions for this were recorded, I believe, on October 31st in the wee hours of the morning. So his voice is absolutely on point, absolutely spectacular. And I think he sounded his absolute best of any Elvis release he did in his lifetime. This is my opinion. I think he sounded the absolute best on this release. And then this I've wanted for a while. This is the Potluck Sessions, and this last one completed my collection. I now have all the FTD sessions, so I was really excited to get that. It came with this cool card with some pictures of Elvis, some different releases and such. So Potluck, of the three non-studio albums that Elvis did, the three non-soundtrack, I don't know if I said that right, the three non-soundtrack albums that he did, which of course was Elvis's Back in 1960, Something for Everybody in 61, and then in 62 he did Potluck with Elvis. Of those three, and some of you may be surprised by this, Potluck is my favorite. It's very diverse. I think, again, Elvis's vocals were spectacular. It's followed very closely by Elvis's Back. I think Elvis's Back, for his first album, post-Army, I think he sounded, again, 1960 vocally, I think he was at his best. But for me, Elvis's best years vocally were 1960, 1961, and 1962. And he came out with a boatload of material. You figure he did Elvis's Back, he did GI Blues, and he sounded amazing. Flaming Star, Wild in the Country, Blue Hawaii, Something for Everybody, Girls, and of course Potluck and His Hand in Mine. So vocally, I think he was at his very best. I think he sounded amazing. So I got that. These I actually got off eBay for very cheap. They're still sealed. I've not opened them. But I may have showed this already. Silver screen stereo. I believe this is all outtakes. And my vision is so bad, as you can see, the print is extremely tiny, so I can't see it. I think this is a 2000 or 1999 release. You all can correct me if I'm wrong on that. And then I got this last week, Long Lonely Highway. Got this also on eBay for a really great price. Nashville 1960 to 19, man, I think it says 1968. Like I said, I don't have my glasses on, but this is a 2000 release. Like I said, I picked this up last week, and I was really pumped to get this. This is, as you know, this is also one of my favorites. This is Elvis Girls, 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 the RCA Victor with the red dot, but this is the silver, as you can see, the silver edition. So I believe this is a first press. I could be wrong on that. I know they also did what was referred to as the red dot release, where it has the RCA and this dot is in red, but this is the silver, and I believe this is the UK version, the first release. So love this soundtrack. I have many versions of it, but I was really glad to get my hands on this. Mint, vinyl is beautiful, so I was really excited to get that. So we'll shift gears here a little bit and talk about the Elvis movie. Everybody's excited about it. If you're an Elvis fan, you should be excited about it. I know I am. That comes out a little more than a month from now. Today is, these days go by so quick. I think today's the 18th. Could be the 17th. I don't know. But yeah, I'm recording this in the morning, so I am not a morning person. My wife will tell you that. My brain, for whatever reason, it needs to get kick-started. And I haven't had my coffee yet. I've been up for a while. I've exercised, got ready, and I'm all ready for work. I work from home. That's why I had the luxury of wearing stuff like this. Plus, it's warm outside. I took the dog for a walk, and it is warm, but the sun is shining, so I'm not complaining. It's a gorgeous day outside. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. So yeah, I'm not a morning person, so sometimes it just takes my mind a second to get going. Oh yeah, the Elvis movie. So recently, in the last few days, a new trailer came out entitled If I Can Dream. And it's scenes from the movie, additional scenes that I believe hadn't been put out there before. And I recorded it, and I was going to do a short video on it and give my thoughts on it. And I downloaded it, and immediately I saw the little circle with the red slash through it. Checked my email. That's a sure tell sign. And it said, your video will not, I can't remember how they worded it. It said it's been deleted. It will not be shown. This is not a copyright strike. This doesn't harm your channel in any way, but it couldn't be shown due to a copyright claim. And it's a shame, because it was the coolest video. It was a version by somebody else doing If I Can Dream. But it was just a really cool video. And, I edited it and worked hard on it. And it wasn't a very long clip. I think it was about 3 minutes in total. And with the intro that I gave with some other pictures. And I don't know, like when you think about all the, and I use this term loosely, garbage that you can see on YouTube. And again, I understand it's a copyright issue. It's not because of the content being explicit, anything like that. But when you look out there and you see all the stuff that even just pops up in my feed, stuff that's like, wow, like they can show this. And you take down an Elvis video and it's promoting Elvis. Like that just bugs me. I don't know. So that, I was annoyed. Like I said, I worked on it. I was actually working. It was between accounts that I was working. It was a little bit slow. And I think my break came up and I worked on it then. And like I said, edited it nicely, uploaded it, and it was immediate. It wasn't even a thing of, I've had videos that had been up and got a couple views, and then boom, they took it down. I got the email from YouTube saying that it was a copyright claim. They removed it from my channel, but this was immediate. Like I uploaded it, I got the message that said your video is ready to view, and when I hit view, it wasn't there. That's when I knew. So I went to YouTube Studio, and it said it had that copyright claim with the red slash through it. And then I checked my email. The email had come in like a minute before, so it was like immediate. And it said, like I told you, that it was a copyright claim and your video will not be shown. And so I found that quite annoying. I don't know, man. It's just, like I said, the things that get taken down compared to the stuff that you can just sift through and see. And I don't know. Sometimes I just think we live in such an upside down world, but that's an argument for another day. But it was just such a cool video. And If I Can Dream, I've been asked before, I've had viewers, I've had subscribers come out and say, Mark, what's your favorite Elvis song. And I can honestly say, I can't pinpoint one, but if I had if somebody held a gun to me and said, pick your all-time favorite Elvis song, I would have to say it's If I Could Dream. The video, the 68 special that he did in June of 1968, he just sang it with so much passion and authenticity. And he famously said after that, after doing that song, that he would never sing another song that he didn't believe in, and he would never do a movie that he didn't believe in. So he was that dedicated to the song. He put his heart and soul in the song. And I love watching that video with him in the white suit. It ended the Elvis special, simply titled Elvis. But just the passion that he put in that song and the words. Everybody knows it was a few months after Martin Luther King was assassinated in Memphis. That really affected Elvis. And then in June, I believe it was June 5th of that same year, when Elvis recorded that a few weeks later, RFK, Robert Kennedy, was campaigning and was killed in Los Angeles by an assassin. That affected Elvis greatly. So he wanted to do something, and he had some writers come up with the song pretty quickly, and he did it, and he sang it with just so much, I don't know, man. It's just, I will never get tired of watching him do that video. And like I said, if I had to pick my all-time favorite Elvis song, it would be If I Could Dream. And it's just such a masterful performance. So it bugged me that that came out. I actually believe that Austin Butler, this is going to be the defining, it might be his first role. I don't know. I haven't researched it, but I think this is going to go down as that defining role and the role that he's always going to be associated with. From what I've seen, like he has the moves down, and in the video that I was going to download, at the end, there was some shots that it was almost uncanny, the mannerisms that he had that looked like Elvis. Some of the early scenes that I've seen, I don't know if it's exaggerated, maybe a tad for, movie magic, so to speak. I saw a few moves. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Elvis move that way. But the later stuff in the 60s, and especially when he was on tour in the 70s, it's spot on, man. There's a one scene where he's wearing what they call the conch suit. It's the one he wore, and That's the Way It Is. It's the white with the black circles going down. They call that the conch. I think it's called the conch suit. One of my favorite jumpsuits. And there's a scene where he's bending down. And I've actually seen this in the That's the Way It Is film, where he bends down and kisses a girl. And like I said, it's uncanny how much it reminds me of Elvis. So I'm hopeful that when it is released, that morning at midnight, it'll be the first showing, and I can get there and watch it. So we shall see. And lastly, I don't want to say too much about this, but I have had a couple comments. About a week ago, I had somebody comment and just tear into Elvis and rip him up and down and talked about his weight and used a word that I thought was just very, very nasty. And I don't believe in fighting fire with fire. I don't believe in an eye for an eye. So I was very careful with how I responded, and all I simply said was, wow, that's pretty harsh. And within minutes, because I'm just under 1,000 subs, I saw my subscriber number go down by one. So this person, I guess, didn't like to be told what I said. And like I said, I didn't say anything harsh. I didn't call him a name. I don't believe in any of that. I just said, wow, that's harsh. And within like minutes, one of my subs went down by one. So I'm assuming that person just unsubscribed, which brings me back to this question. Like, if you feel that way and you want to say these nasty things about Elvis, why would you even subscribe to this channel? Because this channel is to promote Elvis and his music and his legacy. And that's what I want to do. And I don't have time for people who are going to, say rotten stuff and be detrimental to Elvis. I mean, he was human. I've said that before on this channel. And my thing is, there's so much good that Elvis did in the years that he was here, in the short time he was here. He made magic with his music. He is an absolute legend. I'm a lifelong fan. Like I said, I started following Elvis and got into him when I was 4 years old. So it's 50 years this year for me. But you know, he wasn't perfect. Everybody knows that, but he was human. But for somebody to make comments about his appearance and like I said, I'm not even going to repeat the words that he said because they were. I even showed my daughter. I'm like, look at this, and she read it. She's like, oh, that is so nasty, and she wanted to say something. I was like, no, we're not gonna fight fire with fire, as I said a moment ago. So, um, I'm not even gonna going forward. I'm not even gonna acknowledge them. I prefer people not. Like I said, that was the one and only of all the subscribers I have, of all the people, and it might have been just somebody who watches, but I have a feeling it was a subscriber. But you know, if I put something out on a video and you want to disagree with it, or you want to educate me, if I say that this is this release and you come back, and I have had that happen. Oh, just to let you know, Mark, this is this is that, and this was released in, this is the certain pressing. That's fine. I'm always willing and wanting to learn more because I'm far from being an expert. I will tell you that straight up. But when it's belligerent or it's nasty or it's just being downright mean, like I don't want any parts of that because I want to be upbeat. I want this to be a positive channel. So I will tell you, 99% of everything I get, it's encouragement that I get from my viewers and my subscribers. Like I said, I'm almost at 1,000, almost there. So more than anything, I want people to press that like button because that'll get more views and more people involved. And I'm not looking to promote myself by any means. So I'm just gonna wrap this up here in just another minute. So lastly, going forward, and I've repeated this before, I'll say it again quickly. I want to start doing, I've had people ask for certain reviews. I've had people say they want to see more FTD CD reviews and the sessions reviews. So I want to bust out a couple of them. I want to keep this channel fresh. I don't want to just do the same thing. I want to keep it fresh. I want to, you know, kind of shy away for a video or two on something different, something interesting, always something good that's going to promote Elvis. So thank you all for watching. I'll wrap this up now. Hope your weather is good where you are. It's beautiful here. Like I said, I start work in just about 10 minutes. So thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you all real soon. Stay safe.